Hello. Hopefully third time is a charm for me. And I can actually open this up so I can see y'all and maybe even chat. At least that's my hope. Oh! And turn it. I watched a video so I could learn how to do this. And so far, I'm not sure it's working. I don't know. I still can't see the chat part. But anyway, what I'm going to do is probably just kind of look at some projects and process that I have. Last time I was on, I showed you these two little books. They were really just books with nothing on the inside. And I think I'm going to finish one of them. So I have this little guy here that I already have the cover done on. And but I don't have any signatures for it. I was just kind of stuffing some papers in. I need to do some coffee dyeing for the interior papers. But I got some stuff started. There's some avocado. Actually, that's beet juice paper. And that one's nothing yet. But I got a distressed envelope. These are envelopes. Snuggle Bunny. That's my boyfriend. I'm just going to embellish those and reuse them. And so I don't know for sure which book those are going to go in. But I do have this one. Y'all saw this one last time too. And that's got a couple of signatures already put together. So I could just do some additional work on the pages and pockets and stuff like that. Both of these are hardcover books that I had gutted and put some designer paper on. This is actually a gift bag from the Dollar Tree. And I just, let's see if you can tell. I just kind of cut it. So you can, this is I think where the top fold was, right here. And I used their fold for one of them, and then I just kind of glued everything else down for this one. And then I have more that I've started and not done anything with yet. I'm real good at starting. Sometimes I'm not real good at finishing. I have this whole pile of stuff. This is not a journal. This is a bundle of stuff that has been started. So this is like a cereal box. And it's also a Dollar Tree bag. So you can kind of see this is the natural binding that, or the back edge of the box that I'm using as the binding. And I just kind of glued another $1 bag too. I kind of like this one because it was, see if you can see, it's a little glittery. And so I have that cover. So that's book cover number 3. I have this little guy that is, I'm not sure what kind of box he was, but it's not a very big box because I use the natural box itself. And this is designer paper, stuck all on the inside. And I started to make little signatures for this one. I've got some calendar paper and envelopes and coffee dye, other random little bits of paper. Here's a bag. This bag, what I did is I opened it up all the way so that it doesn't have the little accordion edge, and then I just sliced the bottom so that it would be pockets. So I have this one, a couple little cards that I kind of stuck in there because I figured I could do some covering with coffee paper and designer paper. These are, I used to work in the cellular phone business, and I worked retail, so a lot of times people would buy accessories and they wouldn't take the packaging. So I have these cards. Once I kind of got involved in paying attention to what junk journaling was, I started snagging these from the garbage. I also have a whole bunch of paint chips that, no, these I already put paper on the back. Little tiny tag. But as you can see, this is kind of started. So I have that little tiny project. So this is book cover number 4. I think you can kind of see where this is going. Now this one is another cereal box. And that's the binding to make it a little stronger. And again, a Dollar Tree bag. At first I didn't have a real desire to kind of pressure myself on the decorations. I didn't have confidence in doing that myself. So what I did is I was using decorative paper to at least give me a foundation to build on instead of it just being plain, whether it be gessoed or paper and then putting more paper on it. But that's what I started with. And this is book cover number 5. Again, just a bag. But it kind of looks nice. I like it a lot, really. So this does have a few signatures started, though. These look like they're a little more complete. Some designer papers. Nothing is really distressed or coffee dyed. Just a few of the pages. I got to keep my eye on this book because there's some bad words in it. That was one thing. Okay, newbies. When you start finding your book pages and you're distressing them, you're using them for pockets, because you can make really cute little envelopes by gluing or stitching. Pay attention to the words, because you don't want to make something for somebody, whether it's a wall of inspiration item or something that you're stuffing into a journal that's going to be offensive to somebody. That was something that I did. Well, I didn't give it away. I actually caught it first and I just covered it with gesso. But this is from that same book. What is it called? White Crocodile. I got it at the Dollar Tree. So that was a big source of material when I first started. But you got to kind of be careful with some of those things. It's really fun to start out with and kind of build up some confidence or design style. But a lot of times the stuff from the Dollar Tree, it looks a little juvenile. So if you're like trying to do the vintage or shabby chic or something like that, then sometimes that's not going to be your best source. But then you go to your music papers and your magazines and, stuff like that. Now this is parchment paper. So when I did my beat dyeing, you can kind of see the little bits of beet stain that's still there. So I didn't get rid of it. I kept it because it's kind of cool. It's got some great texture. I haven't gotten any gesso yet, but I love the distressing that Kelly and Stephanie have been doing with gessos. So I want to kind of follow their lead and give that a try because I really haven't done that yet. So see, I just need to do some distressing, coffee staining, but I kind of built some pages for these. So I got some natural pockets with the fold because that was, originally a 12 by 12 piece of paper. And I've got 3 signatures that look like they would fit pretty easily in this one, or maybe even this one. yeah, it looks like these would work in either of the books. But I got some other stuff here too that I haven't looked at in a little while. So, oh, here's another cover that this looks like it was going to be like a single signature type of thing. Again, it's a bag from Dollar Tree. It's Mr. and Mrs. is what it said. You can kind of see that here. And what I was doing with this is I found in my own journaling, after I made one that I'm actually using, I wanted something firm to put under the pages so I could write on top of. So what I did is, this is just another box, cereal box type box, and a piece of paper from the same bag that I made the cover. So I was just kind of making a coordinating, I don't know, what do you call it? Almost like just a tablet type of thing so that I could write on. But let's see what's in here, because I don't remember. Hopefully there's no bad words in here. Oh, I was going to do a journal for a guy friend that was having a baby. And so that he could kind of document and write and stuff. And his favorite color was red. So these are those pieces from the accessory packaging from where I used to work. Paint chips. Paint chips are free. You can get them at Walmart. You can get them at Ace Hardware. You can get them Lowe's or Home Depot. They don't give you a hard time. I'm sure if you kind of cleared out their supply, they might say something, but you can get, I have stacks of them. Every time I go, I grab a few more. Here, let me reach. So I guess I wouldn't really say stacks. But yeah, I've got a few in some different colors so it can coordinate with any project that I might want to do. So that's somewhere where you can kind of get some materials as well. See, isn't that cool? So I could do, like, if I did something for Valentine's Day, the Sweeties, I could make a little heart out of that and it would be colors. Or use it with my die cut. I have a little cuddle bug that I got last year for Christmas. I could use these in that too. But I like the little words that are on them too, because it's, again, a little bit more interest that would get, what am I trying to say? Part of the piece that I'm creating. So, I'm going to see again if I can see anybody, because I can see there's 15 people, but I cannot see any comments. Oh, there you guys are. Hey. All right, so Steph and Jill, Christina, Kimberly, hi. Finally, this is the third one I've done and the first time that I've successfully seen some people. So that's kind of fun. So now the question is, which one should I finish? What do you guys think? This one's kind of cool because it's, kind of Valentine's Day colors. A lot of work to do though. There's no coffee staining or anything in here. I don't know. Hi Trina. So this is where I'm at. I need to finish something. I got 4 book covers, a few signatures, 5 book covers, and no journal finished. I did remember the one that I showed you last time when I was showing you my snippets, and I brought out that the one that I did for a former coworker that she painted, so it was kind of like it had a lot of watercolor theme in it. I actually just put that in the mail today. I sold my very first journal just from that partial flip through. It was really cool, so I got it in the mail today. And yeah, it was pretty exciting, at least for me. Hi, Jill. Okay, so Stephanie's saying Paris. I got 2 of them, I think, that say Paris on them. Well, this has got French verbiage. Yeah, French. And then this. This is the one that I think is the only one that's really Paris, right? So I do have some Paris stuff. I've got some napkins and some balloon envelopes, bicycle stuff, you know, the old vintage Paris type of things. So I could do a Paris one. This is a bigger one. And then I can try and sell this one. That would be exciting. So I don't know. Betty likes Paris too. That's fun. I like being able to see what you guys are saying. I'm a little close though, aren't I? My camera. All right, so I guess it's going to be this bigger Paris one that I get to work on, and we'll see. That kind of goes, doesn't it? I just need to do some work on the interior pages. I got some pink. Wonder if I have any black stripe stuff. I don't know. But I think I have some music. Yeah, I do have some music paper. I ordered from Kelly's shop. So I do have some music paper. And now I need to like do and make some tags, right? Okay, it's kind of like the general consensus is going to be the Paris one, and I guess I'll just see. I got kind of like a wealth of different things to choose from that are actually kind of started so that I can finish. I think I'm going to finish this little one too, because it's just too cute to not do something with. It's all bright and colorful. There isn't very much, hey, is that Paris? Nope. I thought that was going to be something Paris. Okay, so Paris it is. And I'm not sure, what my next video will be about, if I'm going to be working on this journal, what part of it. I might actually, the binding is pretty good, or pretty big, so I don't know if I really want to put together maybe one more. What do you think? I don't know, Betty, you're a good one for the bigger bindings. Is that too much room to have only 3? I don't know. How fun though. Okay, what else? I haven't been on too long, so maybe I can show you something else. Oh, remember all those beads I got? Let me just show you something real quick. Just to give you an idea, the one picture that I took, it was just these are amethyst. They're from India and they are carved. They need to be kind of rinsed and washed, but look at, just to give you a better idea, look at how many of them there are. Is this not crazy? The stash that I got? That's just this one. I have this bundle here. Now I already have some of those in, oh, I think I bumped my camera again, sorry. And then I have these as well. All of these, this whole, and I already put a bunch of stuff in containers. So, the free the beads so that I have them available to use without dealing with the string. But these people, I swear, from what I understood is they have a friend that does estate sales. And this lot of beads that I got was actually from a sale and the beads didn't sell. So she gives them to her friends and they just kind of sell them on the Facebook marketplace. And that's where we got the heads up on the yard sale. They had a couple of pictures. So we went over there and it was all in a tote. all bags. So you couldn't really see what was in the bags. These are bags that I've emptied with putting stuff in containers and whatnot. So there were like 60 bags, and they had no idea what the beads really were. I could see in the pictures through the bag, I kind of knew what they were. And, you know, I grabbed my guy and I said, hey, look at this. And we were in the car and on the way before we even had the address of where they were. They were in Cape Coral, which is north of me about an hour. And yeah, she said that a couple of people had expressed interest, but nobody really, you know, was kind of taken to it. So we ran. Bob was afraid someone was going to chase us in a cop car because we got away with so much. But they have all kinds of glass beads too. Oh, this is Cinnabar. I don't know if y'all are familiar with Cinnabar, but this is like a red clay. They usually carve it. It's mostly from India. They had a little bit of Cinnabar. But these are all glass beads that are all kind of gunky. And see how it says 2 cents on here. So I don't know if they thought that the value of the bag was only 2 cents. It's 2 cents a bead. That's like a wholesale price. So these little pink guys, if you can see the little gold, these would go awesome in a boho journal, which is something that I'm going to do this summer, is definitely a boho. But I have bags and bags and bags. Some are just a couple few. Those are red. These are purple, I think. But I haven't even gotten into all these yet. Oh, these are blue. Can you see them? They need to be rinsed. But how pretty are they? Unbelievable that they just kind of let it all go for a song and a dance. And we were doing a jig, that's for sure. All right. So I have all that I have to get through. But I think I'm going to start. I need to kind of focus. I got a lot of stuff going on. But I'm buckling down and we're going to work on Paris. This is going to be my journal. And I have to do a little bit of research and see, you know, how I follow that theme a little bit. And then I'll come back and show you progress, or even do part of it right here on live. So this is my third one now, and I'm a little more comfortable. It's still a little awkward, but at least I think I kind of got it figured out. The feed, so I can see, you know, you guys talking to me and stuff, although I'm not really paying much attention to it. So what else? Are you guys working on anything for Valentine's Day? I got a couple things that I'm working on. I have these here. So I got these little pockets that I made and that I distressed with my pink. And I want to go back over it with, I guess there's not this color. I have another one that's more brown. It's not walnut, but it's another Tim Holtz. I love the Tim Holtz inks. The one that I like to use most, though, is small. It's the little tiny one, and I think it's drying out. I need to get another one. But yeah, Cassandra is a good source for anything Tim Holtz. I have to go through her stuff and place an order for some more inks. And then I have these little tags that I was working on too. So This is just designer paper. This is just cardstock, kind of a weird color. And I distressed this part and did a little bit of sewing. This here is, it's like a big wide piece of, I don't know why I get lost for words when I do this stuff. It's kind of weird. Because I'm not necessarily somebody that doesn't know what to say. It's just, it's weird talking to yourself. And I think most of you who've done this kind of get that part of it. This here is what this is. So what I did is I actually kind of cut them and I frayed them and I sewed it on just to give it, you know, a little bit of texture. And then I have to kind of do a little bit more, bring some more pink into it. But these little guys, I have this trim that I think I'm gonna kind of put on here and make some tags for the pockets. So, but that's what I'm kind of doing, at least for Valentine's Day, because that's coming up fast. You guys got your sweethearts all lined up? I've been with Bob for 22 years, so he's my sweetheart every day. He's actually pretty awesome. But yeah, I think that's all I really have for right now. I just need to do a little more research. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm kind of off camera, aren't I? Well, I guess I can say thank you for tuning in. It's nice to see you guys. It's going to be a little bit longer, I think, before I find a real comfort level with all of this. And I'm having fun with it, though. The couple of things that I'd like to say is, what was it? You know, when I did my very first, I made a whole list of notes, points that I wanted to talk to, just so that if I got stuck, I would have something I could, you know, come out with and help the conversation flow a little bit. I never looked at it once. So this time I figured, you know, why do that? Because you're not even going to look at it. And now I'm wishing that I had it, because I knew there were a couple of things I wanted to point out, and I don't remember what they are. But just know that Kelly's shop, Bygones Variety Shop, has everything that you could possibly need. And I bet you if you had something that you couldn't find, she might even be able to find it and stock it in her shop if there was enough interest. I'm pretty sure she'd do that. She's that kind of gal. And then we have Kristen's Chow Chow Tchotchkes. She makes awesome little charms using different little beads. She's got these cute little winged ones that I'm going to order because I have to get my hands on them. I got to see them. There's something about having something in your hands. This is very tactile. You know, the fabrics, the trims, the feeling of the papers, that having the product actually in your hand. Now, which is why I ordered one of Betty's journals, which is right here. This right here. Now, her journal is probably too big for how close I have this camera. This is amazing. I've finished one journal, but it's kind of a newbie journal. I've done lots of different little projects, and I don't really feel like I'm a beginner because I've really been working on stuff for 2 years. But this goes way beyond. Anyway, if you've ever had one of Betty's things in your hands, you know what I'm trying to say. This is absolutely amazing. Everything has its own texture. Everything has its own character. It's just beautiful. All of it is so beautiful, and everything has so much detail. Everything. Look at this. I don't know if I'm going to do a full flip through, but that's what what am I trying to say? Getting each other's work moves us all forward. We all learn something from each other. These lives are awesome. I saw a couple of girls did tutorials that I can't wait to watch, because it's just everybody's got their own style, their own technique. The grunge, I love the tattered grungy, which is kind of what this is. It's definitely what this is. My personal style, though, once I make something, doesn't end up like this. It's kind of in between this and I don't even know what the different styles and techniques are yet, because I guess I just haven't done it enough. I don't know. But look at this. If you could feel this. This is the clear gesso. Actually, it's an eco dye. I forgot who she said the eco dye was. Maybe Lamona? Is that who it was? You didn't forget about it, Betty. It's beautiful. I love this one. And until I actually had one in my hand, I never had really an appreciation to the extent that your work deserves. This is really beautiful. So much of it. It had to take you like hours and hours and hours nonstop to finish it as quickly as you did. Little charms. Look at this right here. See, I didn't even take this out before. I always like to look at the backs because you just never know what's going to be there. This little tiny. Look at the detail. Folded and stitched with little glues. I want to get a hold of one of Kelly's too. She's another one. She's got another unique style. I like this magnet. The little bunnies. The envelopes and the tabs. So much. This is the clear gesso. A little bit of decoupage with the white gesso and clear gesso is both stamping. It's beautiful. Yes, envelope. Nothing comes without something in its pockets or its tucks. Isn't this so pretty? Look at that piece of paper. It's beautiful. So, I know Betty has like a waiting list. But if you get an opportunity, it is a learning tool. Kelly's stuff is gorgeous. Her new little, I guess, stash books. I might end up getting one of those for myself too. Here I am, buying everybody's stuff. But everybody is so different. It's beautiful. Here's a little. Oh, where'd this one come from, Betty? Did you make this one? Can you see it? Let's see. How cute is that? And just a little detail on the paper clip. All right. Ladies, do you want me to keep flipping through this? The Betty book? Yeah, Kristen's got some really cute stuff. She's the girl at Chow Chow Tchotchkes. So, look at this. I'm gonna take time. Oh, there you go. See, look at. I've looked at this thing 2 or 3 times, and again, another little something I didn't notice last time. Too fun. This is all stitched vellum. Now I do have a journal that I write in that I kind of made for myself. This one I don't know if I'd ever write in it, Betty. Maybe in the tabs, you know, the tags and stuff like that, but I don't know if I'll write on the pages. They're just too beautiful. Look at all this. The little metal plate, the little paper tab, the little moth. It flips open, and here's this little tiny scrappy pad that isn't fixed. It comes out. Isn't that cute? And then there's another pocket behind. There's a pocket over here. Little fabric hinge. I've done that a couple of times with the fabric hinges. Too pretty. Well, I can't say too pretty. It's just gorgeous. What else? My little skunks. When she was making this, it was already a kind of a work in progress for her, and I told her I liked critters, so she's got all these little guys. Aren't they adorable? It's perfect. Embrace the little words. Kristen, don't you make little tags that have sentiments on them too? I think I've seen them. The little brown elf. This here is really cool. It's a postage stamp. A little bit of tulle. Cute little bird. The colors. Again, clear gesso. Almost looks like birch bark. Can you guys still see this okay? It's hard not to ooh and ah because it's just so gorgeous. Like I said, I've looked at this a few times, and every time there's still something new that I didn't notice from the time before. So this is her fibers. She does a lot with just little fibers. It's not like a tag or anything. Just like over here, she's got these stitched on the front. And it's just frayed fabric. Kind of like when I was pulling this stuff apart, she would keep them and use them to decorate with. Okay. So, alright, we only got another page or two, so might as well finish the flip through of my Betty treasure. Little vellum pocket. Oh, little turtles and a shelter from the rain. Are those storks? I don't know. So pretty. A little cluster of papers in the corner, which is actually a tuck spot. And then she's got this little tuck spot down here, a little pocket. And then the stacked back page. This has so much stuff in it. Get the little butterfly. Tag with music that has a little pocket in it. And then this little guy here. And it's got a little string with a tag. Another little butterfly. Can you guys see it? Is there a glare? But she's got the gold. Is that like the gilding? And an owl. See, another pocket with a tag, seam binding. And then the dictionary owl in the back. Isn't that pretty? The mushrooms. More critters. Little baby bobcat. How cute. Paper. I found, ooh, yep, this is my little note. I did see this before. I was about to say I did find some old letters in my flea market travels that are from 1914, maybe. I'm not sure at this very moment where they actually are. But they're really cool. There's no envelopes though. They were just the letters. But I'm going to put those in my Paris one too. I just have to locate them. And paper. My note. And the back cover. Made by Betty Calkins, and she's got some random little beads, which is so fitting for me. This is turquoise, tiger's eye, because I do beads. You know, I have more beads than any one person should have in their own personal collection. But and the buttons. What else? This here is, I know it's a jasper. I don't know which one it might be without looking at it. This looks like pencil jasper. And that one could be a jasper as well. So she must have got a little strand of jasper. But that's my Betty journal. And I love it. Let's get this little trim right here. Can you see that? Too cute. She's got the little acorns in every four corner. A little baby acorn. I don't know if I'm in frame with this, but there's little acorns in every corner. I don't know. I don't have my tea tonight. Oh, but I am going to get, I don't know if you guys have seen the cups yet. Excuse me, thank you. Kelly has some Do Art, Not Drama mugs. I got one in my cart that I'm probably going to I'm going to finish that cart out tonight and hopefully have it for my next live. So depending on how quick she is able to get them in the mail. But yeah, she's going to hopefully have another design, I think she said, and maybe even do t-shirts. So that'll be fun. Everybody will have their own little cup. It's got the Journal Junkies logo on it too. You know, the one that's on the top of our page for the group. It's actually on the cup as well. I'm trying to think of what else I can show you guys. That's it. I'm done. Did my mom make this one? Yes, she did. This is my little, my tattered critters. My tattered fabrics and critters journal. I keep forgetting to look at the feed. So now that I figured it out that it's actually there, I forget to look and see that you guys are actually paying attention to me and making comments, and it's fun. It's crazy technology these days. So Well, Kelly, heck, you just got here and I was probably going to say goodbye. Oh, remember I told you I was going to see if I was going to maybe finish one of my previously started projects? This is the consensus that I'm working on next. It's a cereal box that I used a Dollar Tree gift bag and covered a cereal box. And I never finished it. I just kind of did it. I've got some signatures actually started for it. But I'm going to make a journal. I'm going to make a journal. And I'm going to make it all cool. And I'm going to sell it. Did you hear me say I sold a journal? The one that I showed on my very first live, the one that was my co-worker, that she quit and I never gave it to her. Well, I think it found its rightful home. So I did sell one. I did. I only showed like a few pages of it on the live too. And I asked her if she wanted a full flip through, and she said, no, that's fine. So I put it in the mail today. I put it in the mail. It's going out to California. So I know I was excited. I almost called you. Just to let you know. Thanks. Okay. Ladies, I don't know what else to talk about now. I kind of went through some of my Valentine's things that I'm making, little pockets. I showed you all my stuff I've started and never finished. I even showed some of my beads, Cal. Because I can't believe that I was able to I feel like I really got away with something with them. Okay, I'm going to say goodbye, ladies. I've chatted a lot longer than I thought I really would. I appreciate your time and your patience, and it's a lot of fun. I really enjoy this group, and I enjoy all of you and the relationships that I've built. That's what it's all about, people. So thank you so much again, and I'm going to look for who else went on live. And I'll see you again, if not before the next Friday, at least on Friday. Okay? Have a good night. Bye-bye. I got to learn how to gracefully do this.